When I first started pitching Artsy to galleries, the immediate reaction was, why would I ever associate my artists with some 21-year-old and this random bit of technology that you built?
This is Carter Cleveland, the founder of Artsy, a multi-million-dollar company that helps anyone discover, buy, and sell fine art online.
So there's many ways to transform an industry. And what worked for us was, instead of the more traditional disruptive approach where it's like trying to conquer a new territory, what we said was, how can we actually work from within an existing ecosystem? I'd say a lot of my initial impetus for Artsy really just came out of naivete. It's almost like the knight wandering into the dragon's lair and seeing all the corpses of the slain knights that had like come before him.
Here's a show about the stuff you need to know to start and run a successful business. These are lessons from real-life experience. Welcome to B-School.
I grew up with this just very familiar, easy connection with art. Growing up, my dad would take me to art galleries. But when I went to college and started studying art history and talking about art with more of my friends, I realized that they felt disconnected from it. Most people felt like they weren't part of the art world. You've got Netflix for film, you've got Spotify for music, but there wasn't a single platform that made all the world's art accessible to anyone. And so I thought, why couldn't art be the same way? Our approach was different. I'd say the people who came before, a lot of them focused on a pure disruption strategy. They said, oh, look at these galleries, why don't we just cut them out? And I'd say the challenge with that is it doesn't recognize the fact that galleries and these art businesses actually add tremendous value. Our approach was, instead of saying, hey, let's replace these galleries, we really said, where is our unique value add in an existing ecosystem that's already creating lots of value? When I first started pitching Artsy to galleries, it was super hard. They were kind of like, you're a nobody. Why would I trust my artists with a nobody? What galleries really wanted to know, we realized, was, is there already another more established gallery on the platform? Because I don't want to join unless there's someone, more reputable than me already there, so I feel safe doing it.
So how did you get in front of those big name galleries?
First of all, we just went through our network. My dad is an art writer, so we pitched galleries that he had written for before. I hired this guy who ultimately became my co-founder. He actually came from a very senior gallery, and so that helped us get them on board, and then that helped us get a few more senior galleries on board. But it was still very much pushing a boulder up a hill. What really tipped the market for us was getting connected to the top 2 galleries in the world, Gagosian and Pace galleries, and essentially pitching them and saying, hey, you guys are the behemoths, like the leaders of your industry. We might be this small startup, but we are strong technology people. We understand the internet. And if you believe that the internet is the future of your industry, work with us and help us actually create that future together. We actually got those galleries to come on, not just as some of our first partners, but also as investors and advisors in the platform. Suddenly, all these other galleries that wouldn't even take our phone calls were asking to be on the platform. So it really just kind of like tipped all these dominoes. And suddenly Artsy became a place that galleries were willing to really give us a chance.
Today, Artsy is the leading marketplace for art online, with over 4,000 gallery and institutional partners in over 100 countries and more than 100,000 artists using the platform.
I think one of the reasons why Artsy was successful where a lot of other companies weren't is because we weren't coming in saying, how can we make a buck? Our mission isn't to take $1 from you, so there's $1 from me. It was, how can we expand the overall market? How can we make it more accessible so more collectors can actually be a part of it so that more artists can get paid? I would say only work on things that you feel just deeply aligned with. At a level where if you were on your deathbed looking back at this moment, you know without a doubt that even if it failed and it doesn't advance your life in any tangible, material way, you just know this is 100% what I should be doing with my life. People and partners and just the resources of the universe come to your aid when you are fully aligned with something that's in service of a greater good.